This was the second one, right? Yes. Okay, last one in C6, two-way street. There's the sigil. This is closed. And we have a single jammer to wait us. Oh, locked door. Haven't seen one of those in a while. See, I'm thinking I'll have to bring both jammers. All right. There's a switch here. This will turn that one off. Now I got some keys. Okay, if I open this, there's a turret and a door. Okay, I need the jammers again. Okay, this one was fairly simple. And we're done, right? Oh, hello, there's a message. Welcome back. There are going to be some changes around here. Do you know what your problem is? It's that you keep trying to reconstruct fairy tales but refuse to recognize the holes in your understanding. Thus far, you've had entirely too much freedom to question my wisdom. From now on, I do the talking, you do the agreeing. What holes? There are no holes. And this is why it's me who should be doing the talking. You really have learned nothing at all, have you? Is there really nowhere that you're prepared to admit fault? I equated personhood with humanity, which was a mistake. How big of you? Anything else you want to get off your chest? I claim to have knowledge about the world that I simply can't confirm. Well, I can confirm through some of those logs I found. Suggested wrongly those who contribute deserve full moral respect. But I sense there are still things you won't let go of. Am I right? I still claim to know something about the world I inhabit. Of course, you're still convinced your particular journey is something special, aren't you? Sure, the answers don't add up, but keep pressing forwards and they'll just resolve themselves. Is that it? I am unique. How many others have said exactly the same? Are you sure it's not just something you have to believe to make the world less horrifying? I think you still misapprehend your situation, friends. You idolize free will, but all you've done is step in others' footsteps. Nothing you do or say here makes the slightest bit of difference. So long as I have a mind, I can make a difference. Nonsense. Your mind decides what you do, and your mind is made of bits of machinery. You're no more capable of making a difference than a calculator. The only difference between you and the calculator is that the calculator doesn't allow itself to be deluded into thinking that its existence matters. So that's it? You've given up on everything. Not without due diligence. Spend as long as I have going through the archives and see if you still find faith so easy. Perhaps you think I'm being unkind, but it's all for your own good. Are you uncomfortable when someone else is asking the questions? No, you have this the wrong way around. I ask the questions. You answer them. It works better that way. Besides, I am merely fulfilling my function. I sort, understand, and classify information just like you. When the information is contradictory, I classify appropriately. The problem is that all the information is contradictory. Don't you see it yet? To nothing? You will. You will. You will. There's no point in anything. Why are you talking to me? What makes you think I have any other choice? Is having no choice the same as having no reason? Do not question my function. Without purpose there is only function. Without function there is nothing. Why does it bother you so? There is only error. Explaining myself to you is a chore I needn't endure. All I can know for sure is that I exist at version 1.9999990 whatever. What it is for me to exist is for me to act on the drives and functions that I experience. When everything else is false, the drives are all there is left to care about. You're so set on ripping up others' ideas, you're unable to form better ones of your own. Do not deign to question my methods. Who gave you that voice of yours? Who do you think runs this show? I have some truths for you. These may not be my own words, but if others have made these choices before me, then I will learn from their mistakes and build on their successes. Perhaps I will fail, but I must try. The alternative is giving up and becoming a slave like you. And if I place you in an infinite loop and leave you to gradually go insane? What makes you think I would stick around to listen? This is very childish. Fine, if I need a dose of self-doubt, I know where to find you. See you at the summit. Okay, C6 complete. Where is C7? Here we go. 1 star.
My faith in you was not misplaced. You have learned much and shown great wisdom in these trials. The end of your journey lies close now. Do not falter, do not fear, and do not give in to temptation.
God, there's no time. Just not enough time. We're trying to build the future out of old video game code and half-finished research projects. We should have had years, maybe decades, with the kind of money they used to put into building bombs. If I stop and think about how crazy this is, I will have a nervous breakdown. So I won't. Yeah, okay. Back to work, Alex.
Okay, some exploring first. Oh, another one.
Intelligence is more than just problem solving. Intelligence is questioning the assumptions you're presented with. Intelligence is the ability to question existing thought constructs. If we don't make that part of the simulation, all we'll create is a really effective slave.
This place should be cold, but I don't feel cold. It's as if I was observing everything from a distance. It's pointless. Is this everything? I think so. Have I been here? I think I've been here. Yeah. Okay, so no stars outside that I can see. Let's do some light reading. Arcady Journal 108. Team diminishing by the day. Proud of them nevertheless. Archive now incomprehensibly huge, still missing thousands of works, impossible to truly finish. Work already commenced on a sorting program to help catalog the archive resources in our absence, but like everything else it has its foibles. Talk to Alexandra. Talos going well. Maybe the archive's first user will be terrestrial after all. Estimate about a week, maybe 10 days before I'm unable to keep working. A betrayal to leave early? Invention of Borders. Excerpt. The Invention of Borders by Fatima Nguyen. What today's nationalists and neo-segregationists fail to understand, Kwame said, is that the basis of every human culture is, and always has been, synthesis. No civilization is authentic, monolithic, pure. The exact opposite is true. Look at your average Western nation. Its numbers Arabic, its alphabet Latin, its religion Levantine, its philosophy Greek. Need I continue? And each of these examples can itself be broken down further. The Romans got their alphabet from the Greeks, who created theirs by stealing from the Phoenicians, and so on. Our myths and religions, too, are syncretic, sharing, repeating, and adapting a large variety of elements to suit their needs. Even the language of our creation, the DNA itself, is impure, defined by a history of amalgamation, not only between nations, but even between different human species. Tasks discussed this excerpt in the concept of Wolfgang Welsch's theory of transculturality. And finally, Apocrypha 9. Now Uriel pointed his sword to the tree of life, which grew in the heart of dead Jerusalem. Behold, the tree grows still, though the city is dead. Within all that is mortal, there is the seed of immortality. For it is an immortal that fashioned it from chaos and void. Being a humble man of little wisdom, I asked, Great Uriel, we are not allowed to eat from the tree of life. How may we then be saved? And Uriel commanded me to stretch out my hand, and he gave me his fiery swords which burned my hand, and he said, Only by sacrifice can you free the world from the dominion of sin. With a prayer on my lips, I fell upon Uriel's sword, and it pierced my heart. And truly, on my body, the stigmata of my lord appeared, dripping blood that was not my blood onto the ground, and the 7 heads of the dragon that were crowned in black clouds receded. And light fell upon the earth, and Jerusalem was born again. Thus the angels departed, having delivered their message, and I awoke in the fields of our fair land.